Hello and welcome to the AeroFLYhub podcast, where we dive deep into the world of aerodynamics. I'm your host, and today we're starting with the basics of aerodynamics, its importance, and the key concepts that make flight possible. Whether you're a student, an aviation enthusiast, or just curious about how planes stay in the air, this podcast is for you. So, what is aerodynamics? In simple terms, it's the study of how gases interact with moving bodies. In our case, it's about how air flows over objects like aircraft and how this flow generates forces that allow them to fly. Let's start with the four fundamental forces of flight: lift, drag, thrust, and weight. These forces are essential to understanding how aircraft operate. Lift is the force that allows an aircraft to rise off the ground. It is generated by the movement of air over the wings. The shape of the wings, known as an airfoil, is crucial in creating lift. Drag is the resistance an aircraft faces as it moves through the air. Think of it as the friction force that works against the aircraft's motion. Thrust is the force that propels the aircraft forward. It is produced by engines, whether jet engines or propellers. And finally, weight is the force of gravity pulling the aircraft towards the Earth. Balancing these four forces is key to achieving and maintaining flight. Now, let's take a step back in time and look at the historical perspective of aerodynamics. The study of aerodynamics dates back to ancient times, but significant progress was made in the 19th and 20th centuries. Pioneers like George Cayley, Otto Lilienthal, and the Wright brothers made groundbreaking contributions that laid the foundation for modern aviation. George Cayley, often called the father of aviation, was the first to identify the four forces of flight and design a glider that could carry a human. Otto Lilienthal, a German aviation pioneer, conducted over 2,000 glides and provided valuable data on wing design and flight control. And of course, the Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur, achieved the first controlled, powered flight in 1903, revolutionizing the field of aerodynamics. In the coming episodes, we'll delve deeper into each of these concepts, exploring the scientific principles behind them and their practical applications in aviation. But before we wrap up this introduction, let's touch upon why aerodynamics is so important. Aerodynamics is not just about making things fly. It plays a critical role in the design and efficiency of aircraft, cars, buildings, and even sports equipment. By understanding and optimizing aerodynamic principles, we can reduce fuel consumption, increase safety, and improve performance. Thank you for joining me on this introductory episode of the AeroFLYhub podcast. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll explore the principles of flight and uncover the secrets of Bernoulli's principle, Newton's laws, and more.